Throughout their series, there's a lot of cool coins, but this is one of those that when I saw it, I was like, man, I just need to know more. This is the 1920 Pilgrim Tercentenary commemorative coin. It commemorates the Mayflower's journey and the Plymouth colony, established in 1620. This Pilgrim Tercentenary coin is a significant piece of American numismatic history. It was minted to commemorate the 300th anniversary of the Pilgrims' arrival in North America aboard the Mayflower. Now, not only does this coin celebrate a pivotal moment in American history, but also serves as a tribute to the courage and perseverance of the Pilgrims who established the Plymouth colony in 1620. Now, if you flip this coin over and you look at the reverse, you're going to see this coin features a detailed depiction of the Mayflower, the iconic ship that carried the Pilgrims from England to the New World. The Mayflower's journey began September of 1620 with 102 passengers along with a crew of around 30 and set sail from Plymouth, England in search of religious freedoms and new opportunities. But the voyage in the Mayflower was fraught with challenges. It was originally part of a 2-vessel expedition, but the companion ship, the Speedwell, was deemed unseaworthy on the trip and had to be abandoned. This left the Mayflower, which was a modestly sized cargo ship, to carry all of the passengers and the provisions alone. Now, the journey across the Atlantic was already perilous. With additional weight and rough seas, harsh weather conditions, the Mayflower reached the New World after a grueling 66-day voyage, and it anchored off the coast of what's now Cape Cod, Massachusetts, on November 11th, 1620. But they did something before they disembarked the ship. The Pilgrims drafted and signed something called the Mayflower Compact. This was a pioneering document, one that established a framework for self-governance and mutual cooperation amongst the settlers. Undoubtedly regarded as a foundational moment in the development of democratic principles here in America. But after exploring the coast of Cape Cod, the Pilgrims decided to establish their settlement at a site that they called Plymouth, again after the English port in which they had departed. They began building their new colony in December amongst a very harsh New England winter. That first winter was brutal. Inadequate shelters, limited supplies, and exposure to unfamiliar diseases took a severe toll on the settlers. Nearly half of the original passengers and crew perished within the first few months. But despite these hardships, the survivors remained determined to establish their new home and community. And in the spring of 1621, the Pilgrims were able to establish contact with the indigenous, the Wampanoag. They were people who proved to be instrumental in the colony's survival. Led by their chief, Massasoit, provided crucial assistance by teaching the Pilgrims how to do things like cultivate corn, catch fish, and gather local resources. The cooperation culminated in a celebration of the first Thanksgiving in the fall of 1621. The Harvest Feast, a feast shared between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag to give thanks for the successful harvest and the newfound friendship. The establishment of the Plymouth colony marked the beginning of a new chapter in American history. The Pilgrims' commitment to self-governance, community, and religious freedom laid the groundwork for the development of democratic institutions and values in the New World. Over the years, the Plymouth colony continued to grow and prosper, attracting more and more settlers from England and other parts of Europe. The colony's economy was based on agriculture, fishing, trade, and it developed a system of laws and governance that is still reflected in the Pilgrims' values and principles that we see today. By the time the Plymouth colony was annexed by Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1691, it had become a thriving and influential community. The legacy of the Pilgrims and Plymouth colony continue to be celebrated in American culture and history. The values of perseverance, self-reliance, and cooperation that the Pilgrims embody have become an integral part of the American identity. The 1920 Pilgrim Tercentenary coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of a pivotal moment in American history. The coin's depiction of the Mayflower on its reverse honors the arduous journey undertaken by the Pilgrims in search of better life. The story of their landing, the establishment of the colony, reflects the resilience and spirit of a group of people who laid the foundations and values, the principles that continue to shape the United States today. Through the commemorative coin, we remember and celebrate the enduring legacy the Pilgrims left and their remarkable journey to the New World. With the designer Cirrus Dallin, 152,112 of these would be minted. They were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. And Bowers sold this in 2008 for an auction record of $10,350 for an MS-66. But I don't want to leave you just yet. I want to leave you with a bit of trivia, an initiation, if you will. Did you know that the 1920 Pilgrim half dollar had a small incuse D under the Pilgrim's elbow? Now, this might appear to be a mint mark for Denver, but it was put on there to indicate the designer Cirrus Dallin's last name. So all 1920 Pilgrim half dollars were stuck in Philadelphia, making this the only modern D mint that's not actually struck at Denver. All right, all. Next week, we're going to have another amazing coin for you. In fact, it's the first of the coins in this series where the obverse features two profiles. And you know what? It won't be the last. If you're enjoying this series, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell and hit that like button. And while you're at it, you see these two videos right here. One's a playlist about this series, and the other one has been specifically selected for you by the YouTube algorithm. Go watch it. I hope you enjoy it. And you know what? Have a great night, and I will see you in the streams. Take care.